We're now joined by Rudie Heyneke, a senior project manager for Organization Undoing Tax Abuse, or OUTA. Thank you so much, Rudie, for your time. So let's get your reaction then on the significance of these raids. I mean, from OUTA's perspective, do you agree with some who say the raids are a good sign that the wheels of justice are turning?
Yes, definitely. I think we have seen over the years, and there was a lot of criticism towards the NPA, for not moving fast enough on the Guptas and the extradition and so forth. But now it surely looks like these mutual legal assistance requests are bearing fruit. And I am very sure and confident that whatever the Indian police found, with these raids will be beneficial to the cases here in South Africa.
Yeah, and I'm going to pose this question that I posed also to our SABC News correspondent in New Delhi. I mean, do you get a sense that these raids signal a stronger willingness by Indian authorities to support South Africa's fight against state capture, through these international legal cooperation, especially in terms of also how, significant these fresh raids in India are for the broader accountability project, I would say, for the country?
Yes, absolutely. I think that this is, like I said, very significant, very important, and it will definitely help us in the fight against money laundering, especially, in cases that is beyond the borders of this country. We have also been in discussions with the representatives of the NPA recently, where they said that they are getting good cooperation from the government in India. So I hope and I truly believe that this will carry on and that it will eventually result in the Guptas being extradited to South Africa.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been reporting on this particular story, and of course, what we said in our previous story about the same matter is that the NPA and the investigative Directorate against corruption are not commenting on this particular matter. How sensitive do you think then time this is for all authorities that are involved?
I think it is a very sensitive time, and I do not believe that they will comment until there are results on the table. I think, in the recent years, we've seen some of the state capture cases not being very successful in court, and I do believe that the IDAC as well as the NPA will stand back and until there are results and until they can comment on that. Something that I do want to mention is that just before the interview, I went to look on the Interpol's red notices list, and I could not find the Guptas there anymore, although we know that they were put on the red list in 2022. And that now underscores what I recently read in the media, that the Guptas were in India. So it looks like they are traveling and that they can travel across borders of countries, and that they not necessarily be, currently be in the UAE. And if they are in India, there were apparently court cases where they applied for extension of stay there. And if they are in India, I think the successful cooperation that we saw now between the South African authorities and the Indian authorities would maybe result in a easier extradition of the two Gupta brothers.
Yeah, and I mean, that said, also given that the UAE blocked the extradition on technical grounds, do you see then India's cooperation as opening a new path? And that said, what role can civil society organizations like OUTA play in keeping pressure on both South African authorities and all countries that have links with the Guptas, also especially in light of what you've said in terms of the red listing and Interpol?
Yes, I believe that civil society's role in this country is to put a lot of pressure on the authorities. We don't have any authority as civil society organizations or as OUTA. We can only, expose and then put pressure on these authorities to do their jobs to the best of their abilities. So we will keep in touch with the IDAC, with the NPA, and put the pressure on them so that these alleged culprits can get before court and that they will appear and that they can answer to their cases that's laid before them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rudie, for your time. Really do appreciate it. Rudie Heyneke, Senior Project Manager for the organization Undoing Tax Abuse, and that's OUTA.